Welcome to 2-Minute Turbo Talk, Turbo Tim, ZZPerformance. Today's episode is going to be about big wheel turbos versus an actual larger turbo. Mike hit me with a 2-minute timer. Why do I hate big wheel turbos? Let me tell you. The housings are usually the most restricted point, and most of the time it's exhaust pressure. The only way to reduce exhaust pressure significantly is to run a larger turbine housing. And when you run that larger turbine housing, you're also allowed to run a larger wheel. Gen 2 Cruzes, let's talk about, even though this talk kind of applies to all of our platforms. On the stock turbo, we're seeing pressure ratios of 2.5, 3, and sometimes over 3 to 1. So that means if you have, let's say 20 pounds of boost, you can be pushing like over 50 PSI of exhaust pressure. What is that hard on? Everything. It's hard on your exhaust valves, it's hard on your exhaust seats, it's hard on your pistons. If you can't get that heat out of there, it's stuck in the combustion chamber and you can start to have engine failures. So I like to have a full large upgraded turbo. For example, we're going to talk about the ZZP Z04 turbo. This is the same center section that we use on the Gen 1 Cruze and the Sonic, which is a port injected 1.4 versus the LE2, which is a direct injected 1.4. It's the only turbo you can buy for the Gen 1 1.4 that will make over 300 wheel horsepower in a manual car. That's why we went right to the Z04 for the LE2 as our small turbo upgrade. We have a bigger turbo coming, but that's going to be like next year. We decided to use that center section, but then make it bolt-on for the LE2 Cruze. Whatever downpipe and catback you have, it's going to bolt to that. Our expected release date of the Z04 is going to be January 25. Hopefully we'll be able to get it done sooner. Price you see for our Gen 1 Cruze, Z04 and Sonic, it's going to be hopefully about half of that. You can expect gains of over 100 wheel horsepower. We have tested the 1.5 turbo. I think there are other vendors that might offer like a big wheel on the 1.5 turbo. The amount of labor it is to swap a turbo on these cars, it's not worth it. If you want some power, you have to put a larger turbo on. I do not consider a big wheel turbo a larger turbo. All they're doing is swapping the compressor wheel to a larger one. All right, I hope I'm under 2 minutes. Oh, that was over 2 minutes. Sorry, Mike.